Just got laid off from my federal government job.
I just got laid off about 2 hours ago.
I've loved my time here and I'm very thankful for it, so I appreciate it.
And benefits will go through the end of March. And following that, you will be offered a severance package.
I guess I just really want to express that this is not a great business practice to hire someone with a new initiative and then decide that the funding is not there for their role. It's really dehumanizing. And I know that's not you two's decision, but if you could pass that up the chain, I'd appreciate it.
People are getting laid off their jobs. Let's talk about it. I've seen a majority of women breaking down on the social media, even men. They are breaking down that they have been laid off their jobs, they've been fired their jobs, they don't know where to start, they didn't receive any notification prior that they are going to be laid off. You just receive an instant email that you've been fired from your work. It's so frustrating. They're even filming themselves being laid off. I know this is why majority of them are having an emotional breakdown on the social media. From the first clips I've played for you, you've seen how these women are in tears. They didn't expect this. I think it's because of the executive order that was signed by the current government. And if you want to lay off someone or if you want to fire someone, if you are a manager of a corporation, I think the best idea is to inform them earlier before doing that. So guys, let's see whatever these people were saying then. I'll come back with some commentaries about it.
Just got laid off from my federal government job. I don't know. Feeling angry. Very angry. Frustrated. It sucks. I worked in the IRS, small business, self-employed. And now there's going to be a lot of people on unemployment. Great.
I just got laid off about 2 hours ago. I think I'm still shocked. Like, I just can't believe that it happened. There were absolutely no signs from the company that it was gonna happen. 9:30, I got a Teams message from my boss asking if I was free, which definitely was kind of weird, but I thought that he wanted to talk about something that we had discussed yesterday. So I was like, yeah, of course I'm free, what's up? And then they dialed me into a video call where my boss was sitting in the office in a conference room with this lady from legal. And they just basically told me I was being let go. And it was super formal, super sterile, which, like, this is why I always say, like, don't give your everything to a company, because when it comes to laying people off, they just fire you like that. I was like pretty shocked and I kind of got teary-eyed, like borderline was gonna start crying, and I like held it together and I basically told myself, like, this is my last time where I'm gonna see my boss and be able to ask him any questions and get closure. So I was like, no, I need to like ask him any questions I have. So I basically asked, like, is this a performance thing? Like, I was doing international marketing for them. Like, is international just drying up and that's not going to be a priority anymore? And he basically gave some vague answer, which was like, no, this is like overall the entire company, we're doing layoffs, so you're just one of many. Then they dialed HR in, so HR started going over my severance package, and then they passed me to IT where like he wiped my computer and had me wipe my phone. Like the whole process was like 30 minutes. And basically I just started calling my family and texting some of my coworkers, and then I guess I found out that like our entire marketing team, like there were I think like 35, 40 people. Like I think there's only like 10 people left. And company-wide, I think they got rid of 20%. But yeah, I've just been sitting here basically for the past like 3 hours processing, talking to people. You guys have any tips? Like, what should I be doing? Do I sign up for unemployment? Please let me know. This is the first time in my career that this has happened, so this is all super new to me. Definitely be sharing more with all of you guys, and I'm just really grateful that I have all of your guys' support, and I'm excited to share this next part of my journey with you, and I'm re-recruiting and seeing how that goes. So definitely follow if you want to see this next part of my journey, and I love you guys.
So I think I'm being laid off from my job today. If you couldn't tell by my appearance, I have been crying all morning. I haven't even had my meeting yet, but I got a calendar meeting today from someone I've never spoken to at the company, and a bunch of other people did too. So I am recording this because I feel like a lot of people can probably find comfort in knowing they're not alone. So we will see. Maybe it'll be something positive. Maybe I'm not getting laid off, but I am shaking.
That does impact your position. Today is going to be your last day.
I've loved my time here and I'm very thankful for it. So I appreciate it. I did not think that that would be my last day. My laptop's not even working anymore for me to save things.
I feel like companies who are doing layoffs should be doing them in the same way that airlines try to get passengers off of oversold flights. Like, companies who need to do layoffs should be reaching out to employees at their company and saying, hey, is anyone willing to be laid off right now? Because I know there are employees at every company who are already on their way out the door. Maybe they're miserable in their jobs. They're already looking somewhere else. And maybe they'd be like, you know what? I get laid off. I get unemployment. I would have time to look for another job. I have a little financial flexibility right now. I'll do it. And then that's a win-win for the person and for the company. And if no one wants to do it, then the company could be like, all right, how about a $5,000 severance if anyone wants to get laid off? And the same way airlines do it. They just give a little bit more incentive. But instead, companies are choosing who's laid off. And so Sally Sue is getting laid off and she really can't afford it right now. Whereas Jerry George maybe could afford it and kind of wishes that he wasn't a part of this company anymore. I think this would be a win-win that would revolutionize layoffs. Anyway, this is obviously just hypothetical. So if anyone from HR sees this, I definitely am not asking for this.
So last night at 10 o'clock, I got a calendar invite from the COO of my company with just me, the CEO, and him copied on it. So a 3-person meeting. I have no idea what this is about. My first suspicion is that I'm getting fired. I don't know, but I haven't had any warnings before about my performance or anything. So it's just really odd to get a calendar invite out of the blue from the CEO and COO for the following morning. I'm about to join the Zoom meeting and I'm going to film. Joining. And it's only 15 minutes long. Hello.
Hey, Grace.
Hi. How are you guys? Gotcha. Well, honestly, I really enjoyed my time working with you guys. You all have been awesome to work with, I think, the past 9 months. Yeah, just overall really grateful for this experience and wish you guys the best. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Guess I'm a full-time influencer now.
I know losing job is so frustrating, and right now majority of the federal workers are losing their jobs. They are being fired off their jobs. For example, you didn't have any backup job, you didn't have any investment that you've made earlier. You're all dependent on this job to pay all the medical bills, the house bill. Let's talk about the general bills. All were dependent on this your job. Now you've been fired off your job. You don't know where to start. Some people can even go crazy just because of this. Because now you've seen the federal workers getting laid off. They're receiving emails. And if you're a federal employee right now, if you just seen an email popping up your phone, maybe what next? I'm the one being fired. I'm the one being laid off. Majority of people have been dependent on these federal jobs, especially the public jobs, because they seem to be secure. But right now, being that there is mass layoff, and it's not only white people that are being laid off, They don't spare anyone, regardless of the race, where you're coming from. They're just laying you off if you're a federal employee. And I'm seeing unemployment will be going on at an alarming rate in the United States. And you know the impact of unemployment in a country. It will be so frustrating in the US if this government continue this way, because I've seen some people, the federal employees, especially some of the corporations like Utah, I saw them demonstrating, protesting that their rights are being taken away from them. And you know what? I saw people saying that Utah voted for DJT, for the current government, and now they are crying that their rights are being taken away from them. Some of the federal employees also voted for him, but some didn't vote for him. So you know, these people who voted for him, they didn't know that they will bring all these negative impacts to other people. They are the cause of all these things, and it's affecting like everyone in the states. And you've seen the way price of goods, especially the eggs, skyrocketing each and every day. So for example, if you have been laid off right now, do you think you'll be able to even afford those groceries? It will be so difficult. Do you think you'll be able to even pay for your kids' school fee? It will be so difficult. And again, I've seen some elementary schools being shut down, especially in Texas. You know, Texas is a red state, right? And the majority of them voted for the current government. And now, if the schools get shut down and maybe you can't afford any other school, it will force you to move to another state, of which you'll have to pay for the affordable housing of under the affordable housing. You are 50-50, you either get it or you don't get it, because you've seen immigrants being deported away to their countries. And the immigrants were doing some major jobs in the United States, like construction. So if the construction site now stop that, we are not working, we don't have employees, do you think there will be affordable housing in the United States? It won't be there. So if the elementary schools have been shut down and you decide that maybe if I move to another state I'll get affordable school for my kid, and you are expecting to get affordable housing, it will be so difficult. And people are going jobless in the United States just because of the current government. I think those who voted for him right now are embracing the consequences of their own action, and it has made everyone to be affected, you know. Even though some are celebrating, but the effect is on everyone. I really feel this for the United States residents, because it will be so difficult. Life will be so difficult. And to the immigrants who are deported, because I've seen they are getting detained in the Guantanamo Bay. So my question is, how are they going to survive in that bay? Is the current government going to take care of them, or how will they survive? That's the biggest question. And to the federal employees that are getting laid off, I really don't know how life is going to be in the states. Anyway, guys, if you're a federal employee, I want to know your side of story. And if your friend is one of the people who have been laid off, let me know in the comment section, how are they surviving? Are they getting jobs? Because I've seen some people now starting to be full-time influencers after being laid off. And you know, for you to be an influencer, it takes time to create that brand. It takes time. So I just wish them luck, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section about the federal employees. Until next time, thank you so much. Kindly give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't. I'll really appreciate it, and see you in my next episode. Bye.